Welcome to Face to Face. This is a show about change and about what's next. It's a show that wants to ask questions, peel back the layers of our average everyday experience, and go beyond scratching the surface. We interview amazing people with incredible ideas and stories who have done wild, weird, and wonderful things. Remember that imagination shared creates collaboration, and collaboration creates community, and community inspires social change. I'm David Peck, and this is Face to Face. So welcome again to another edition of Face to Face,
Yes.
and we're here on location with Mr. Soun
Rottana.
Rottana, not
Yes.
Rottana. Rottana.
Rottana,
Rottana is
yes,
the right
yes.
pronunciation. In Cambodia, in Siem Reap,
Yes.
and he's been kind enough to join with us today to
Yes.
tell us a little bit about his past, about his history, about
Yes.
the Khmer Rouge and his
Yes.
involvement, and he's now working at the Siem Reap War Museum.
Yes.
Inside the city, and it's a place that if you do get to Siem Reap, don't just
Yes.
go to visit Angkor Wat
Yes.
and the temples, but come and see Mr. Rottana
Yes.
at the War Museum. So thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And I wondered, Mr. Rottana, if you could tell me a little bit more about who you are
Yes.
and your background,
Yes.
and why you do what you do today.
Yes. 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 And thank you so much with your take me to meet you to interview today. And my name is Soun Rottana. I was born in 1962, and I have 7 members in my family. And my father is teacher. My mother is teacher too. And during 1975, after the Khmer Rouge they win in the war, after Vietnam War end, my parents was forced by the Khmer Rouge group. They're outside the city, and from Phnom Penh to the Siem Reap. We're traveling from the national road number 6.
Right.
As in close.
And that's a long way.
Just a long way. We has no the transport. We has no car. We has no something. We just only walk direct from city to the countryside. And along the way from we close arrive to the Kampong Thom province, and the Khmer Rouge leader they invite my mother to. My father to join to say bravo and celebration with the win of the Khmer Rouge after Vietnam War, and so all group people they was forced team by the Khmer Rouge team, and behind of our group is a cannon. When we are close to the Kampong Thom mountain, they need the young boy like me, and all family has the young boys who be cutting and keep to the Khmer Rouge group. And they need only young boy. Like me at that time, I just only 14, and I had to force by Khmer Rouge.
So when you say they cutting, they cut, does that mean you separated you from your parents?
Yes, meaning like they want to cut, and to cut me and to take me from my parents.
Right.
And at that time, my father, they not accept with that the question from the Khmer Rouge team, and they try to protect me with the Khmer Rouge team. And then the leader of Khmer Rouge, they not happy with my father action, and they try to announce to all the civilian people after they left from the town, you is strong, you is another family, they don't want like him or not. And all more of the people at that time they don't know the political.
Right.
They say
yes. They don't
yes.
really understand what's going on.
They not really understand about that what is going on about that. And they said that no, because the children cannot join with you because they don't know. Could you please to breathe for us? Why you need the children to join with you? And they said the leader. They said they need the children for join them for you the gun for attacking Vietnam, because the Vietnam is now the Vietnam they changing the agreement before. Meaning like the Khmer Rouge, they want me to provide the trail from Ho Chi Minh, from Vietnam. After war in Vietnam, all the land after Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, they build a trail. They not return back to the Cambodia. And Khmer Rouge angry with the Vietnam. They are spend They need children to join for military.
To fight back.
Yeah, to fight back for.
That path that the Vietnamese cut into Vietnam is what the Americans were bombing for most of the late 60s and the 70s, correct?
Yes.
Because, and the history there is your king had actually said that
meaning
Cambodia
like
was going to be neutral.
Yes.
And then the Vietnamese came in, and that's kind of what started the American involvement.
And this meaning like we are brief something about we are shortcut to this to inform you. We not inform about during the Vietnam War, but meaning like we start from before the killing field start. But the truth is, 1975. These are all more people they are outside the city, and they start. All the group people they not accept with the Khmer Rouge team. They shooting. They kill to all the group people.
So whoever didn't agree or whoever said...
Yes, they say no, they dismiss with the suggestion, with the question of the Khmer Rouge. And the Khmer Rouge leader, they shooting and kill them in the part of along the way from Phnom Penh to Kampong Thom. 1 hour, I think maybe more than 500% die in the blood of field.
In your group?
Yes, in my group. In my neighbor and another neighbor is in my family because they try to send their children.
Right. What about your mom and dad?
My mother, my father, I don't know, but now my mother still survives. She's survivor. She's very lucky. I spent more than 10 years for search her after war.
So you were separated for 10 years after the war?
Yes, after war.
So that's
after
like
the war,
15 years.
Yes, I meet her only a few years ago, and meaning if we talking about this meaning close to my personal. After they kill all the group people, they are hitting to all children. Meaning they strong head like me. I crying. I don't want to join them, and then they hit me until I lose something, and they threw me to the truck and transfer me to the get trained in jungle. I don't know where we go, where we arrive, where we been. And after we train, and the man is and the leader of Khmer Rouge tell me that he is a part of the border. He is close to the Vietnam border. We are stay, inside of the part of we call that the Mundolgiris provinces.
That's up in the northeastern part of Cambodia.
Yes, part of Cambodia is close to the border between Vietnam and Cambodia. They try to provide because there is close to the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Right.
Yes,
right.
They spending I spent there from 1976 until 1979 for attacking. I spent attacking and you join and attacking with the Vietnam. But our team is not win. We never win because if we competition between my group and Vietnam is a different way. The Vietnam is a very, very good weapon. They are more than weapon. After war in Vietnam, a lot of American weapon they get loose at there.
Is that right?
Yes, and then the Khmer Rouge, they has only the old gun like CKC and M16 something. But if we competition is not, we cannot win. We just only stay.
So the Vietnamese army was much more well supplied.
Yes.
Were they better trained?
Yes. They spy, they train, they use some nine, they use the sniper for shooting to my group. I think that I remember that my friend in the group more than 125 from the beginning. After we training in the jungle and they transfer me, maybe we were 125.
So how old were you when you actually started fighting for the Khmer Rouge?
I start learning at that time. I just only 14.
14 years old.
Yes, 14 years old. When I separated, I left away from my parents. I don't know why they do that, why they did, They try to close solution about it with me, between my group with the leader. I talk, and at the night time when they're not fighting, they are meeting each other. I talk, I make the question to my leader, said that why the Cambodia is like this? Why they are force the civilian people from the city? You inform to all them that Cambodia was independent. Cambodia was the war stop it, and American drop bomb stop it. And we should be keep the people in the town. We should be consoling, and we should be developing in the town and anywhere in Cambodia country. But at that time I just only young man, and when I talk like this, the leader hitting me.
Wow, so you were questioning, and they weren't interested in your questions.
Yeah, and then they not answer. They say stop to talk again. If you talk again, you die. I try to, I carefully, I try to following, and then I carefully before I talking, I think I talk is true or not, good or not good. Sometimes I cannot talk.
Right.
I wait and stay with the Khmer Rouge group from 1976 until 1979, meaning I spend some time at there. I try to searching why they do that. At that time, I don't know. I just only know they are transferred to fighting Vietnam for provide a trail.
So you were a Khmer Rouge soldier, but you were a soldier who actually didn't really agree with what was going on.
Yes,
you didn't agree with the politics.
Yes.
Or at least some of the politics.
Yes, there is some politics.
Because you told me earlier that some Khmer Rouge were good people.
Yes.
They wanted a better country. They were nationalists.
Yes.
They were trying to create a better world,
yes.
I guess. But a good portion of them were not.
Yes, that inside of the team leader is, around us. At that time, my team leader, they have 7%, they have old men. But inside the 7%, they have only one. They're very good. I get a lot of experience from him. At the night time, he come to sleep with me close to my hammock, and he tried to inform me about the politics. Okay, my young boy, he called me my young boy like that. You should be keep straight, and you need to talk another something. To tell something.
Keep straight.
Keep straight and keep safe for you, because I am like your father. Right. Because I know everything about politics. If you are trying to dismiss, try to talk to make the mistake to the team leader, they will be kill you.
Right.
I don't want you to die, because you are like my son. I left away from my son.
So this was another Khmer Rouge.
Meaning like the leader of the Khmer Rouge, I tell you that is very good thinking. Meaning like that man is very, very smart man, and they, very good writer. And but he never tell to another he cannot write. He just only farmer,
Right.
And after that, he tried to, after he searching and he know my idea, he tried to tell me true about his family. He is from the, before he is joining with the Lonol.
Oh, I see, the Lonol
military. And then he left from Lonol, he investigator of Lonol to join Khmer Rouge. But after he joined Khmer Rouge, he inside of the, meaning like the trap of the Khmer Rouge. He cannot left from the Khmer Rouge. He should be keep safe in the Khmer Rouge group. And he tried to make the good active for the Khmer Rouge team. And he becoming to the big...
So he was trying to affect change from the inside.
Yes. Meaning like he want to leading, he want to change things, but he cannot, because the Khmer Rouge is very clever. They try to follow up him every day, every night. And he should be safe. He should be, sometimes he's like a tiger. Sometimes he's, like a good, meaning sometimes he's like a killer, but sometimes he's like a monk, because he can make a good...
So he was a wise man.
But
so sometimes like a monk, sometimes like a killer, sometimes like a tiger.
Yes, meaning like he changed.
He changed.
At the daytime
he adapted.
He adapted. And the daytime come, because he commander, he on the top of the group. If he do badly in another group by deputy, and another day blaming him, and they report to the boss in the, report to another man in the high position than him, maybe they take him to the prison in the Soun 21. Because when the military get trouble by the make mistake in the team, they should be go to Soun 21 in Phnom Penh.
In Phnom Penh, S21.
S21.
Yeah. So what were, I certainly know lots about the history of Cambodia. Some of the people who will be listening to this probably don't know that history. What were the Khmer Rouge trying to do ultimately? They were fighting against the Vietnamese. They were fighting against the Americans, or at least so they thought. And they basically emptied Phnom Penh of about 1 million people and pushed them out into the provinces. And we both know ultimately we're responsible for a lot of death and a lot of destruction and a lot of pain and suffering. But what were they trying to do?
And you think at that time, I think the Khmer Rouge, they get, when we are talking, if your question, and they be talking about Mr. Pol Pot. Mr. Pol Pot is one man is in the get trained in France.
France.
He is just in France. He is in the the good a good team of the king. The king designed him and transfer him to get trained with Mr. Khieu Samphan and Khieu Samphan Ieng Sari, Pol Pot. He get trained in France.
So Khieu Samphan, Ieng Sari, and Pol Pot went to France.
Yes, meaning like they went to France, and then Pol Pot he is not real citizen of Cambodia. His father from China. I remember because so my leader tell me before. His father of Pol Pot went from China, and he is investigator of China. And he's after he get trained in France, he's not real. Pol Pot is not real name. Pol Pot is in meaning like the political name.
Right.
P-O-L-P-O-T meaning like political potential. And they killed very, very badly. And before he coming to the top of Khmer Rouge, they coup and killed to Mr. Tu Samut. Mr. Tu Samut is a man is very good of the Khmer Rouge team, a Khmer Rouge leader. After they killed them, meaning they want another man should be expecting to him. And after they succeed and they kill him already, all them, Khieu Samphan Ieng Sari. Before Khieu Samphan Ieng Sari not happy with Mr. Pol Pot because Pol Pot is like a tiger in school, and they are angry to Pol Pot. But after Pol Pot, they control and managing in Khmer Rouge team. All men they should be expecting to Pol Pot.
Right.
In the meeting time, Pol Pot cannot talk face by face. The meeting like script meeting. They just only get lecture. The lecture he is inside the black room, and we hearing about the sound. Mr. Pol Pot talking.
Right.
Meaning the guideline and idea in the meeting. All people go to join in the meeting place, but they cannot see the Pol Pot face. Meaning Pol Pot they talk script.
So
meaning like the lecture.
When you say lecture, is that almost like the propaganda?
Yes,
yeah.
Meaning like they want me to form. Okay, you can do this, do that, but you not talk like this.
Right.
Meaning they keep.
So there was a sense of mystery.
Yes.
To Pol Pot. You called him earlier in a conversation you and I had. You called him the virus man.
Yes, virus man. I call him Mr. Virus Man because before a Khmer Rouge team, before Pol Pot joining with the Khmer Rouge team, everything is very good. The Khmer Rouge group is very good, active. And they hopefully and they developing and they straight away through community development in Cambodia, around the Cambodia country. But after Pol Pot they are joining. I not remember about the date and the year and the month for the Pol Pot join, but I think that the period during 1968, I think they get to join. They get to joining with the Khmer Rouge team.
And during that time, the earlier Khmer Rouge, before 1975, were actually fighting the Cambodian government army, weren't they? The Lon Nol regime, weren't they?
Yes, meaning like at that time is we have two sides. One side is democracy. Democracy leading is Mr. Lon Nol, and another side is the King Revolution. The King Revolution we call Khmer Rouge.
The King's Revolution, you call the Khmer Rouge.
Yes, the Khmer Rouge, meaning that the king after they lose power by Lon Nol coup to him.
There was a coup, right?
Yes, coup to Mr. Coup to King, and Lon Nol becoming to the prime minister at that time, and then the king angry too much with Lon Nol, they coup him, and then they announced the king was announced to the civilian people of Cambodia in the jungle, in everywhere in Cambodia, should be go to the jungle for make the revolution.
Right.
Meaning like the revolution was started and is formed by king.
So the Khmer Rouge were fully supported by King Sihanouk.
Yes, before.
Yeah. Right.
And after that, the king they lose again with Pol Pot. All the planning, meaning like he lose planning with Pol Pot. After Pol Pot back from France and they go to visiting in China, and then they go straight away to join with the Khmer Rouge team. And then but Pol Pot did not they not listening, did not accept the king idea. When the Pol Pot they get the power. In 1975, all the king family go to the jail.
Right, go to jail.
Go to the
so they turned on. Turned on the king.
Yes, they turn and they keep the king, but the king should be survivor, but cannot active. Just only in the home palace in Phnom Penh.
Right.
The king was lose everything. Pol Pot is was controlling every day.
Right.
Pol Pot changing. Around the home palace. One day, one group to change. no need to same. Must be changed every day.
And so, would you say that things really started to shift then, as of April 17, when the Khmer Rouge invaded Phnom Penh and they emptied the city?
Yes.
That's when things really started to change.
Sorry.
Things really started to get worse after April 17, 1975.
Yes.
The city was emptied.
Yes. All city was empty, and everywhere in Cambodia was destroyed. All structure, especially the road, they was cutting. They cutting, but the road is cutting before during the Vietnam War because they are afraid the Viet Cong. Pol Pot is telling about the Viet Cong because Viet Cong is meaning like they review about the history before between Vietnam and Cambodia. The Vietnam, if we're talking about the history before, Vietnam is a very bad country, and they kill people. Meaning like they kill like the people like us digging the hole, and then how can we call this? Meaning the 3 person, we use the head of this, and then they break the flaming for make the cooking.
Oh, I know this story. This is an old legend where they buried Vietnamese buried 3 Cambodians into the ground.
Yes.
They started a fire.
Yes.
And then they put a cooking pot on top of their heads.
On top of the head, and then we call the Cambodia call that Tai Ong. The Vietnam word we call Tai Ong.
Tai Ong.
Tai Ong. They make the Tai Ong.
How do you spell that?
Tai Ong. T-H. T-H-A-Y O-U-N-G.
O-U-N-G. And does that mean the story?
Mean the story, the whole the history before during the between Vietnam and Cambodia fighting.
Right. And that's been going on for years.
Yes. Meaning like that. I know about this by my I tell you about my boss in the Khmer Rouge because he's very smart man. And all document I get from him, and he delegation to me. Meaning like in the war, I am becoming to the good relationship with him because he never talk to another people in my team. He is very low education, but he's very smart. He can speak English. He can speak a lot of he's like a teacher.
Right.
And after that, after the Khmer Rouge, they destroy the culture in Cambodia. Is everywhere becoming to the genocide, the killing field. The killing field, me, I busy at fighting, attacking, but in the country, a lot of people die. They are start to kill the smart people, meaning more than 3 million more die. It is in the document in Changyuk. They know about that. They can serve about.
Changyuk is the documentation center in Cambodia.
Documentation about the genocide.
Connected to Harvard, and they're doing a lot of research on the genocide and recording stories.
Yes. So when at that time I spent after that everywhere in Cambodia like this, and the genocide 3 million more die, and they straight away to kill smart people. And everywhere, in the city, no people. They has only the broom, they has only the dog, but the dog no, because they has no food.
The dogs.
The dog, they die, they has no food. Why they do that? I think that behind Pol Pot is China. China, they want me to take over in Cambodia during that time. A lot of China, we call advisor from China, they come behind Pol Pot group. And from 1935 to 1978, this China, they start to training, they transfer people, civilian people from China to stay in Cambodia. We don't know much how many now they still in Cambodia, but this China, they try to transfer all investigators to stay in Cambodia from that time until now. This is why the Khmer Rouge, I answer your question, why the Khmer Rouge, why the Pol Pot, they do that, they killing, meaning they kill one people for China. It's my suggestion.
Wow.
Yes.
So you believe it was China's attempt at kind of taking over Cambodia?
Yes, taking over in Cambodia. Cambodia.
In a very violent way. Well, I certainly know from the history that I've read, the Khmer Rouge were supported by China. They were supported by the Americans as well, to some degree, because of the North Vietnamese. The Khmer Rouge were fighting the North Vietnamese.
Yes.
And the Americans, of course, as we know, didn't like the North Vietnamese.
Yes.
And had been fighting with them for 15 years or at least 10 years, I guess, from the mid 60s when the bombing started in Cambodia and so on. Why? One of the things that has really interested me about the history of the Khmer Rouge and how it kind of came to power and then sort of collapsed, fell apart from the inside out, and how they started to kill each other as well. There was this lack of trust. There was a fear there. Did you experience any of that yourself as well? Like, as a soldier, as a Khmer Rouge soldier, through the training and so on, were you always feeling as if you were afraid?
At that time we are very afraid about that. They are training, and they, why that's easy for die, because they are called. They are more than, when I want to kill you, I call you a CIA. I
Right.
call you a KGB, something.
Some kind of spy.
Yes, something or spy they kill. And if you want easy, because so they just only call you a KGB from American, they die. You cannot answer. And some people die by that. They at that time they destroy hospital. They destroy. I think that everything in the Khmer Rouge,
banks, schools, temples,
no pagoda,
hospitals. Yeah, I read a statistic recently that was just incredible. How many doctors there were in the country, and then how many doctors there were in the country after the Khmer Rouge, and it was like from thousands to about 400. And there was so many judges, and there was 13 left. So many students, and there was 450 left. And I mean, it's astounding, actually, at what they did to try to destroy a society, to actually try to rebuild it again, because that's ultimately what they wanted to do, right? They wanted to rebuild Cambodian society in a stronger, more nationalistic,
meaning like they want be
independence.
Independent. And this is in the part of the Khmer Rouge, and inside of this I'm very afraid about the Khmer Rouge leader, because so I make me worry about the life. After I get a solution, I get a motivation from my boss. His name is Chun, but now him die, and he tried to inform me about should be great. Stop to talking, stop to say no, stop to say everything with the leader, and then I try to follow him. I think that 1978. In the meaning we call organization of Khmer Rouge, invite him to Phnom Penh, and then I am becoming to the loose. One man is very good, and another man they try to meaning like I'm easy for affection,
right?
Because before I have him behind me,
right?
And
You had support.
man, and I had support from him because he's high on the top.
Yeah,
and from that time close to the loose Khmer Rouge loose power. And between my team in Vietnam is strong to fighting, meaning like campaign we starting every day, fighting, shooting every day. And they invite him to Phnom Penh. I don't know why they invite him. And another man change, very, very strong man. Then the first they call me first, you coming, Mr. Rottana, coming to meet me at the room. I said, why? It should be coming. The pistol should be close to my head.
Wow.
I go with him, and then but they forced me to left my gun. I said no, my gun is my life.
My gun is my life.
My life is my gun is my life. But at that time, I'm very clever. My boss before they tell me should be use the hand grenade fire in the around our body, but no need to keep the same place. It should be kept in all. If we have some special part in our body, we should be kept, and that special for you when we have some get trouble by the Khmer Rouge. When
so you hid.
Yes,
you hid like grenades.
Yes, I hid grenades, same thing, and they try again 3 times for take my gun back. My gun. I say okay, if you want my gun, I can give you. After they get my gun already, they want to shooting me. I say, if you shoot, you die, because in my body already in the hand grenade already, it's will explode. If you shoot me, you die, because the hand grenade exploding. We get some problem by him. 1 week, he warning me in the no need me to go back to my team. He keep me in his house. It's in his house, and they want me to inform him about my boss.
I see.
My boss position.
Right.
What is he?
Right.
And then after I know his idea, I say I don't know much about my boss, because his boss too. He's your boss too. I don't know. If you want to ask question from me, I don't know, because I never meet him. I just only say hello sometimes with him at the night time when we are not busy at the battlefield, and I never know. I don't know him. Who is he? He tried again and again. I just only 1 week and left from that to go to my group. We spend.
So they interrogated you for 1 week,
yes.
and then they let you go back to your.
And then they say they relax to me again. They try to close to me again, because they really know about my situation. Meaning I'm very honest. Sometimes I make the good. Sometimes I'm very happy with him.
Right.
Yes, we should do that.
Right.
And for
so you were still challenging.
Yes.
Things, you were still asking questions at this time.
Yes.
Of the Khmer Rouge, of the politics, and so on.
They try again.
So you still had a voice.
Yes. But I keep screaming, Lord, until we lose. Until my team will lose by Vietnam. Meaning before I lose, I inform you about why the Khmer Rouge lose power. Because Khmer Rouge did not honest to that team. Another group close to my group, they are run to Thailand, to Vietnam. They pass to Vietnam to join to Vietnam for install the new group for attacking to Khmer Rouge. Meaning now is
So some Khmer Rouge soldiers.
Yes.
Defected.
Defected.
Went to Vietnam to come back.
Yes, to come back to destroy
the Khmer Rouge.
Yes.
The original Khmer Rouge.
Yes, because so they know about the Vietnam. Because Vietnam they want me to attacking with Khmer Rouge. Vietnam they not accept with the Khmer Rouge, because Khmer Rouge is there. And then I think import time, meaning like opportunity, meaning like that. The special time for Vietnam, because Vietnam they try to join to go into protection in Cambodia.
Right.
When the Khmer Rouge team left from the Khmer Rouge to Vietnam say, okay, I accept you, and then they can help you to destroy Pol Pot.
Right.
Meaning that everywhere in Cambodia was Pol Pot gone, everything. Maybe 7 January 1979, this everywhere in Cambodia was revolution by Vietnam. Vietnam came to destroy power of Pol Pot.
Right.
And everywhere in Cambodia was controlled by Vietnam military.
Right.
And this part is a good time for Vietnam country. Vietnam, they stay and they behind of the government. They can do anything. And this I talk about the state to head in temple, and Vietnam military, they go close to there, and then they cut the state to head to selling another country. And all the active and destroy the state to head by Vietnam, I think. And this during that time, I am along the border in Dong Rai mountain with the Khmer Rouge.
And where is this again? This is up in far from Long Veng, around 60 kilometers. Oh, okay.
It's a border between Thailand and Long in Cambodia.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I spent with my team. After I lose power, my team was separate, and so we have only around 12% with me and running, because so the leader of Khmer Rouge announced to all military in the border of Vietnam should be left away from there to Thailand border. We still be meeting in the special point in the Thailand border, and then we try to running. We spend 3 months from Mondulkiri until Osman. We spend in the jungle. We are traveling in the jungle. We traveling. We pass the top of the mountain. We try.
What's amazing to me is that anyone came out alive.
Yes.
That you survived. One of the first, I met you in 2003. I want to just tell the listeners that I met you 10 years ago, and my wife and I, Elizabeth, came to visit Siem Reap and Angkor Wat. We were here for 4 weeks.
Yes.
And I remembered sitting down with you and you telling stories. I believe you had a couple of experiences with landmines. You've had a couple close calls with death.
Yes.
Anyway, I just want to say that what's so amazing about this podcast and this interview is that I came back to the museum, as I told you earlier, and hoping to see you again. And I didn't remember your name.
Yes.
And I walked in, and there you were talking to an Australian man, as it turns out, Sam. And as soon as I saw your face, though, I recognized you 10 years later.
Yes.
And I sat down, and here we are talking today. So that's amazing to me, amazing meeting. How did you survive? Living in the jungle, malaria, sickness, not eating properly, landmines, the Vietnamese, American bombings. I mean, the list.
How we survive?
How did anybody survive?
We don't believe this. And you know, if we are total from my group before, around I tell you, it's 125 and survivor 12 after I lose power by Vietnam.
So less than 10% of your small group
my
survived.
Small group only 12%. And we running, we try, you know, meaning like malaria, like it can be called like, in the water. If we go to, we jump up and biting, like,
we call, is it an insect or?
I don't know, this is the black color, like, they like this. And when we touch in, they jump up to biting.
They actually jump out of the water?
Yes, we call ti, Khmer call ti.
Tia?
Yes, ti.
Is it like a spider?
Yeah, like a spider. Yes, and it jump up and then biting like the big, like sometimes
And is it poisonous?
Yes.
Oh.
And we spend meaning like three months in the jungle. We pass from the border between Vietnam to Thailand. It's very sad. And we get we voluntary and some my group I must be carrying and responding. At that time I becoming to the leader. Because I'm very quickly solution.
Right. Making decisions quickly and coming up with solutions quickly. Yes.
And my member at my group, they agree to me. They hopefully to me. They call me like the boss. But I don't want to boss. I just only friendly with them because I don't want to the boss. Because why I don't want to the boss? Because the boss like the Khmer Rouge team, Khmer Rouge leader is killer.
Right.
The boss is very bad man, bad name. I don't like to boss. I say I talk to my friend again. Okay, you just only keep me to your friend. I just only meaning like over team is only me and another, and not only me. Maybe I think that we are is the good decision. Not only me. You should be believing to yourself.
Right. Believe in yourself.
Yes,
don't look to me as a leader.
Not keep me to my leader.
Yeah, and you didn't want to be associated with them because of how evil so many of them were.
From that, I try to solution. I try to I try to clear about what is boss, what is the friendly.
Right.
The friendly you can talk everything
about anything.
Each other like the very friendly.
Yeah.
If the boss you cannot talk to me. If you have some mistake, if you have to want to talk me, you afraid me.
Right.
If why I don't want to the boss because the boss very badly killing.
Yes.
And they agree and they call me my friend. Until we over group we are left away from that to meet the boss again. The old boss they running away from us, but we are they make the point for meeting, and after we meet them at there they are separate my team.
I see.
Because of the separate my team. 2 men to another group, 3 men to another group, another man to another group, meaning like becoming to a new group.
Oh, I see, to a new group. And at this point, you still considered yourself the Khmer Rouge?
Yes.
At what point didn't you become a national soldier eventually as well?
Yes, I left from the Khmer Rouge from 1980.
1980.
On 1980, I spent to left from the Khmer Rouge because of the Khmer Rouge after they are installed again. For protection and for fighting back to Vietnam.
Yes.
We are inside of the zone we call Osmite. And then the Khmer Rouge, they try to format again. And then I keep myself and my new team at there. But I try to, how can I left from this group? Because this group is very, very bad. They kill all people. They separate. My team was separate. I try to pass everything. My friend should be keep in my friend. I talk, when I arrive there, this install again, I blaming to my boss first time for me. But my boss, they say, you are still the same. You are still making mistake the same. I say, I think that
you haven't changed at all.
Because I don't want to change because my friend passed from Vietnam to here. You should be keep my original team. I need only original team. I cry, I talk, I cry and with the gun. I say, if now how many people your team? I say 12. Should be take me to meet him, to meet them all the day. I need my team all together to live, because when we are passed from the Vietnam, we try talking about we left from the Khmer Rouge. If another man, the new group, difficult for me. The Khmer Rouge accept to me. The leader, they collected and they provide and inform to them, come back to me. And then my team is still, still talking and left from the Khmer Rouge. And they agree. And before they agree, we decide that should we die in the battlefield altogether. We not make mistake to our team. We must be left from the Khmer Rouge. And all of them say, we left where? We go to join. I say we should be go to the national, because now the Cambodia was meaning the freedom.
Right.
It's everything. The people, they can changing and they go to the town. And you hearing the radio is in the town was protection by new government. We can go to the government because the government is good. But now is coming to the guerrilla. We are guerrilla.
Right.
We're not good.
Right.
And my group in this side, like me, we spent 3 months before we left. And we very hard because we try to controlling and observation by the Khmer Rouge. My team becoming to the special, meaning like make them very worried about me. I make situation with the Khmer Rouge.
Right.
At that time is Mr. I Chin, meaning like now he's still alive, and another man, but now I don't know he die or not die. But he tried to warning me, and he carry me about in the zone. No need to me to fighting in the battlefield. When the battlefield are fighting, and I will be left from my group.
Right.
Because if we start attacking with Vietnam, we should go to Vietnam. We go to close to Vietnam cannon. If we die by Vietnam cannon. But sometimes Vietnam let us to live.
Right.
After that, one mean like we call the big fighting started. Vietnam literally close to my group. And then at the night time, I attacking with Vietnam. I talk. And attacking again and I talk again. Okay, we can go away. We can pass away from our group. We try to pass close to Vietnam. Vietnam, meaning Vietnam, we are worried about my group. Vietnam is, Vietnam try to back. After that, between me, with my group, inside of the Vietnam zone. Vietnam, they are protecting my group already.
Right.
And, we spend, at the daytime come, Vietnam, they try to shooting the artillery. And at that time, I don't know how can we connection with Vietnam. I make my friend, become up to the tree and make the flag, the white flag.
The white flag.
And Vietnam, they close, and then we are stopped to fighting. Vietnam take me to the prison.
To prison.
Yes, to the prison 4 months.
And then from there, you were able to get out.
Yes,
you were released, and you joined the National Army from there.
And then I go to, I very happy because Vietnam not kill. I talk to my friend. After we apart from the Khmer Rouge, 4% die in the battlefield because they get died by, I don't know, bullet by Vietnam or bullet by the Khmer Rouge. They kill my group, and we have only 8%. 8% we separate. Another man they go to, because we want me to meet our family. And I left from the prison of Vietnam. I go to we call it Ukraine district. Here is the part of Siem Reap.
Oh, okay.
I go back there and to provide my family, because I believe that if my father die, I think maybe my uncle and another people they survive.
Maybe they survived. Yes.
But it's not win for me, not succeed. And try, they say all of them they gone. They dead already. I lose, meaning I lose confidence. I lose everything, and then I becoming to the people are mental. I just traveling everywhere in Cambodia. I don't know where I go.
And so you didn't find your family.
Yes, I did find my family. So meaning this part is close to the. I don't know what time I spent in the hospital. But at that time after I left it, I try to provide this. I meet the man and they try to showing me, you should be strong, my friend. Your mother, your father will be again, survivor. And after that, after I wake up from the mental, I think I'm not enough food. I get to join government. Meaning, and then
So it was a practical thing for you then.
Yes.
So you came out of the hospital. You were suffering from some kind of mental distress,
Yes.
which makes sense.
Yes.
And then you joined the army because you wanted a job.
Yes. Maybe that at that time I think maybe Vietnam they try to solution. At that time it's everywhere in Cambodia was controlled by Vietnam.
Yes. Yeah.
And Vietnam hospital they try to they make me to wake up. After I becoming to the better, then from the mental, I decided to join with the government.
And how long were you with the government army for?
I joined with the government from 1984 until 1989.
89. So
Meaning
five years.
I joined with the government only 6 years.
Oh, okay.
And if I joined with the government at that time, I have some new uniform, and the government transferred me to get trained in Vietnam. I get trained in Vietnam 6 months. And after I training, the government transferred me to again fighting Khmer Rouge along the border.
Isn't that interesting? So you ended up fighting the Khmer Rouge.
Again fighting, meaning like we make to the after the government they know me where I'm from.
So 4 years in the Khmer Rouge fighting?
Yes.
5 years with the National Army fighting?
Yes.
You're smiling, big smile on your face. Did you have? I want to talk a little bit before we end this part of the interview. I want to talk about the Siem Reap War Museum. But did you have any experience? Did you ever get malaria? Did you ever have any experience with landmines?
It's very, very, very good question. Talking about the malaria. If we talk about malaria, I have the malaria in my body. I spent from I think maybe the malaria virus inside me from 1976 until I get stable and I go to emergency only one time. My body becoming to be changed to the green color. My this like this.
Your stomach was
and
distended.
the stomach cause and then this and the we has no hair.
Oh, you were losing
and
your hair.
Lose
your
hair
skin
already.
was going green.
Yes, and becoming we is every day we are sucking like this.
Yeah, very weak and shaking.
And then the old man tell me that if you get malaria in the jungle, if you go to the town, you get malaria. Maybe the virus will make you to sickness. If you want to if you want to change, you want to no need you to go to the the hospital. You should go back to the area, the jungle. Everything be changed. I follow him. Everything. If I go to the jungle, everything for me is good.
Is that right?
Yes, it's so good. But I start to my blood becoming to the good color like this.
So how do you explain that? So somebody said, don't go to the hospital. Go back to the jungle where you got the malaria.
I think that meaning like we talking something about this, they are believing to the Buddhists.
Oh,
meaning meaning like the people, if they are still in the jungle long year, maybe more than 2 years, they get supported from the ghosts or they get supported from the Buddhists. I think maybe we call, the body that has two sides. One side the Buddhism and another side is the Buddhism the same, but they have some Malay Sanskrit, meaning like how can we say? They like the ghosts, but they are behind us. They support
the spirits.
Yes, the spirit.
So there's a spiritual side as well to this. So you feel that your malaria was sort of healed by Buddhist spirits.
Yes.
Aha.
And then
so your ancestors. Is it your ancestors?
Yes.
Yes. Interesting. Okay.
And then I go back. When I go back to the jungle, everything is okay for me again.
Huh.
I spend in when I joined with the government, I spend in the jungle. So from after I get trained in Vietnam, I get malaria in Vietnam. When I go to training there, every day is an eye sickness because every day we have some time maybe at maybe around 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. But only 1 hour we are passing this, and we need the guy for help us for step on my body, everything. After I like this, be coming to just sucking, and everything be good for me. I can eat, I can, in Vietnam, meaning in the training, I like this. And Vietnam, they try to make the blood to testing the blood. They said that the malaria, and we call that malaria. They have two parts. It's in the this friend name is called Viva and Basivarum. I don't know this, but the name of they was called by malaria virus. The malaria virus they have two. Some people is a bit make hot inside.
Right.
Meaning if the people they get malaria like make hot inside, it die. Cannot survive.
Right.
But like me, it's not, if we hot, but we like this.
Right.
After we like this, we coming to the no problem.
So you're shaking your 1 hour shakes a day.
Yes.
Do you think that sounds like your body was fighting back?
Yes.
Fighting back the disease.
Yes.
Whereas the other folks some worse strains of malaria, kind of the fever almost eats you up from the inside out.
Yes.
Yeah. What about just before we talk a bit more about your museum and why you're doing what you're doing? What about landmines? When I first met you, didn't you tell me a story about stepping on a landmine?
Yes.
Could you tell that story?
I get loose leg by mine in 24 May 1989.
You lost your leg?
Yes, in the battlefield. When I step on the mine, the mine it was designed by Russia. It's the mine is I remember only number code. It's in 67.
The number code on the mine was
67. When we step on, so it's quickly we have if we want to show, if we want to keep, not meaning like if we want to mine not explode, we should be quickly. We spend only 2 minutes. We should be digging to find about the key inside of the mine.
So if you stepped on this number 67, you had 2 minutes.
Yes.
To get under, you would keep your foot on it.
Yes.
You could defuse it. And then you'd be okay.
Yes.
But it would blow up in 2 minutes.
Yes. But 2 minutes is not enough time for my team. When we step, and then I ask another guy come to hold me and to try to do this. But he's he afraid, he worried about me.
Of course.
And then he digging until it explode. When the mine exploding, the man they hold me, they die. Because of the ball bearing they threw to his chest, and me they threw by like me I just only this leg they threw away, and this leg it has a hole.
Right.
Meaning I think that.
Wow! Look at the scars on your left leg.
From here to here, this and not real bone inside. It's a metal bone.
That's metal.
Yes, and here. From here, no problem.
Mr. Soun is showing me different parts on his body, his prosthetic leg and his scars and so
on.
And
then, after exploding, the men they are digging, they are chief and blind, they die at the field.
So the man who was trying to help you died?
Yes, and die at the field. And, when I lose leg, I try to ask another man, my group has more than 20%. They are joining in the battlefield. But after I step on the mine, they are worried, they're shocking this. They worry, because they don't know how can we pass from the minefield.
Right.
I asked to them, okay, you should be carefully. You should be looking and left and right and back because we are in our team inside of the minefield.
You were in a minefield.
Yes, in minefield. They try to, they listening me, but my power becoming too low. Mm-hmm. I try to inform again. If you want to know how to left from the minefield, you should be shooting. You should be shooting. We have the gun for like reconnecting in the battlefield. We should be connection and we confirm to another group to hope.
Oh, right. So you're shooting almost like a flare, but with bullets.
But we
shooting in the air. Yes.
And I remember every day we change the code. We change the shooting, chain connection. We shoot 3 and answer 5. We shoot 5, answer 3.
So you were doing like Morse code?
Yes, with Morse code. We should be remember about my code.
Amazing.
We expect for me. And then they, my guy, they shooting 3. And another group, they shooting 5. I say, okay, this is our group, not opposite, not Khmer Rouge.
Right.
You should be answer 5 to them.
Right.
They shooting 5, and then another group, our group, they try to shooting 3.
Right.
I think, okay, exactly our group, we can shooting 10, meaning like we ask to them to hope because we get the ball by mine.
Right.
That time is we are inside it, and we have some advisor from Vietnam for helicopter. Is Vietnam they helicopter from Vietnam. They take me from the field.
To the hospital.
Yes, and then when I go to the hospital, I don't know my friend where they go, and I lose leg. I still, in the hospital in Phnom Penh. I want me to kill myself. I want me to kill myself 2 times because I lose everything. I think,
Yes.
how can I live?
How can you live?
How can I live? But I try to kill, but the doctor, they try to solution me. You are very good man. You should be strong. You should be keep survivor. Your mother, your father not die. You can go back to your countryside. They will be say hello with you.
Right. Wow.
And I say, real or not real? Is it true or not? But sometimes I believe him.
Right. Yes.
And he becoming to counseling me like that.
Yes. Yes.
And I try listening him again and again. One day, after I get my leg coming to better, I walk by scotches in the hospital.
Yes.
At that time, it's in Cambodia, not like this.
Right.
In the 1989, it is in the Cambodia still communist side, And I go to in the mountain inside the city, we call Phnom Don Penh, and I go to step on the bank, the place inside there. All people they go to because at that time meaning like the disease man, it should be the white color, the white uniform. I walk with the white uniform and the crutches. And so the blood, I don't know the blood becoming, my leg here is they have some exhalation, and the blood becoming, from this part the blood the red color. I don't know.
Infection?
Yes, infection. I don't know. It's I fall along the way close to the mountain there, and then I don't know where. How can I back to the hospital? Maybe the police. After I wake up, inside of my bed, a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money, meaning like at that time is the government of Cambodia, they start to use money.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I have some money. Okay, meaning like I don't know that why.
So somebody had brought you back to the
Yes,
hospital
and
and
then
put a bunch of money
donation to me, I think.
and put money in
Put
your
money,
bed.
yes,
And you don't even know who it was.
I don't know why they are paying me.
I'm getting a shiver
Yes,
when you're telling me.
make me make me happy with
It's
the cry.
incredible. It's incredible. That's like the story of the Good Samaritan. Do you know the story of the Good Samaritan
Yes,
from the Bible? The story of the person by the roadside.
Yes.
And another person comes by and helps that man
Yes.
and takes him and tends to his wounds and then pays for his bills and his hotel and so on, and then goes on his way. But they weren't friends. They didn't even know each other. That's an amazing story.
that money not much. They just only only one plate of food.
Oh, okay. Not much, but
not
still.
much, but that's make me happy because
Yeah, of course.
I want me to. I never to testing. Maybe the first time for me, I have money. Meaning the first time for me.
For years, because
I don't know. I asked the guy in the hospital. Okay, this is my money. Donation for me, and could you buying the Khmer noodle for me?
some Khmer noodles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then they say, okay, enough. I asked to them. I start to have before if I smoke, we have like the cigarette in the box. We have some the real tobacco.
Yes.
Real tobacco. We are try to make with the
Make your own cigarettes. Yeah.
And we say okay, and now I want me to testing the good cigarette. From at that time.
Right. So your money you used on food and cigarettes.
Yes, I crying, and after I cry, I'm very happy. Maybe the God bless food to me again.
Wow.
And but the
amazing.
malaria make me, because of the blood outside, the malaria virus becoming to make me so very sad.
Yeah.
And I asleep in the bed more than 1 week. I don't know where I meaning like we are like a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor, when I talk something, I thought you can keep the crying. And the guy in hospital take me to the part of the ghost, before they make the funeral.
Oh,
Meaning like me, I am after malaria make me so I don't know everything. I lose idea.
Yeah, you lose your memory.
I lose idea, and then so we need the emergency by the we need the emergency, and I don't know where I live. I sleep around 1 week. When I wake up again, the doctor tell me like a joke, you close to die, you close to go to, how can we say that they are, make the people, after
Like
they die, they
the
are...
morgue.
Yes.
So they took you to the morgue?
Yes,
Yeah.
they took me to there already.
Getting you ready to
Yes.
go to the
Yes.
funeral.
Yes.
Wow.
And so I asked to, when I wake up, I say, okay, I'm not die, can't you hold me? And another guy, they prepare, because so inside my bed, everywhere, so are many people, many ghosts there. They go to, at that time it's a hard fighting, and they die. When I wake up, I hearing about the like the, how can we, look like a mosquito.
Okay.
Like ring woo, 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 woo inside. I asked to another guy, okay, I'm not die. Please pick me from here to the emergency place. And they go to tip my this, and okay, that did not die. They very, meaning like I'm very lucky. And they pick me from the group goes to back to the emergency. And after I wake up again, the doctor say, you are very lucky.
So do you think again that was something spiritual again? That's something to do with the Buddhist
Yes, I believe.
ancestors, spirits,
Yes.
yeah.
And then I try to, now I am everything about the malaria, we still, but around when my power not strong, it's becoming to malaria. But it's
Even today.
Yes, even today.
Yeah, so
now
it's been with
still,
you.
yes,
Yeah, well, I have
yes.
always understood malaria. Once you
Yes,
get it, it's
yes.
with you for your life.
Malaria is, and now we like some malaria inside we still have.
Yeah,
If
it's
we
a
are
nasty,
becoming too strong, yes.
nasty disease. Yeah.
And I think that I believe, now after I pass from all the dangerous place, I believe to the Buddha, I think.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I got dream to the, the good man, they can fly. They're behind me and talk, they stand in front of me, they talk to me. Okay, you should be wake up, because so, meaning like I review something about the war. When the Vietnam, they tell me, okay, Vietnam come too close to you couldn't wake up and ask to your friend, come back, wake up. When we wake up, the Vietnam close, meaning like the same my God, my I dream. Meaning like that I get to support it from the God, really support it from.
It sounds like, the fact that you're alive today is a miracle. There's no question, based on what little you've told me. Can you just, in a couple more minutes, tell me about the Siem Reap War Museum? Why are you there? You want to tell your story. I know that.
Yes.
And you want to tell. You've told me many times. You want to tell the truth. You want to tell the real story.
And why I go to in War Museum? The War Museum is the last place for me after I left from the hospital. Meaning like I don't remember some part, because after I get released from hospital, I becoming to the mental problem again. Maybe then I think maybe 2 times for I stay in the hospital, mental hospital. But at the last of hospital, and I went to Vietnam, because during at that time, even I joined with the government. There's my advisor Vietnam. They know me. I get trained in Vietnam. They know me. They becoming to my friend. But he is a very high position in Vietnam. After they hearing me and they know me, get inside the mental hospital. He take me to Vietnam again for maybe counseling me. And I left from Vietnam around 1998. 1998, meaning the war end.
Right.
Yes, 1998, I come to here. I'm not yet come here, arrive here. I just only arrived to my hometown.
Okay.
We call Chi Krang district.
Okay.
Far from here, 60 kilometers.
Okay. Yeah.
If I go there again, I meet the old man. I go to the pagoda for make ceremony and explain to the monk. I meet him. He is a monk, but I try to look to him. Maybe I know him or not. After the monk blessful already, I straight away to meet him. I expecting to him, and then I ask, and he is Mr. Som. He said, yes, I am Mr. Som. And after I meet him, he tell me about my mind.
Tells you about your mother.
Yes.
Wow. And you hadn't seen her in years.
And it made me shocked.
Mm-hmm.
And he tell me my mother's survivor.
Wow, so amazing.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable that you would meet this guy.
And he told me about my mother, and she's now she's survivor. She's good, and she's still in Posat. He tell me he's still in Posat, and he coming to he go to join with the government for teacher.
Your mother became a teacher.
Yes.
Ah.
And I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy, and then I try straight away there. When I go there with I have no leg, with my crutches.
With your crutches, yeah.
When I go to meet her, she don't know me.
She didn't remember you.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's so sad. Well, after so many years, it would be so hard to remember, right? Well, and when you last saw her, how old were you when you last saw her? 14 or younger?
14.
14.
Yes. And I straight away to meet her in the school, and he said, before sometimes he believe, sometimes he dismissed me. I try. For me too, she is my real mother or not. I try to think, but I spent there 1 week for a brief with her.
Mm-hmm.
Before I try to keep point. How can I make her understanding about me? And then I try to talk. We left from the city. My uncle, his name like that. And when they hearing about that, he accept me. Cry. I think it's very hard for me.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't need to be sorry.
Listen, it's hard. Ending like this is very hard for me because I meet my mother after I lose everything.
Yes, yes.
But now he's he's a very good teacher. He's a very good mother because he every Buddhist day she go to the pagoda every week. And now she retired, and my young brother, he's a wife now, and he get married, and he has a good family there in Posat. I just only meet her around close to 1999, around December 1998.
Wow. So you found some of your family again. And so now that's a very moving story. Things that so many of us know nothing about, and will have never experienced. And that's, and I think, that's what's struck me about you're a great storyteller. And when I met you with my wife in 2003, there was a serious impression.
Yes.
And I remember telling you just a couple of days ago that I've told your story from what I could remember about the landmine, the bouncing Betty. Remember that story that you told me about how that if that landmine had been made somewhere else, like America, you would have been dead.
Yes.
But because it was made in Belgium, I think, was it Belgium?
Nah, that man.
The landmine was made in another country.
It was made by Bulgarian.
Bulgarian. Because it was made in Bulgaria, you were alive today.
Yes.
So the quality control in Bulgaria was not so great. Anyway, I've told that story so many times to people. And so you had a huge impression on me. And I just want to say that maybe just to close up this part of the interview, that you're a great storyteller, and you clearly are having an impact on people's lives. And I think that's amazing. And so thank you for spending so much time with me today. And I just want to tell everybody that it's the Siem Reap War Museum, and
Yes.
I will have some information on my website about it.
Yes.
And there is a young man by the name of Sam. I don't know his
Yes,
last name.
it's the same.
But he is
very-
working on a book about Soun Rottana, and hopefully in the next couple of years it will be coming out.
I think so. Maybe him is my key person for me to make the book. My book will be right now. I wrote already about the Khmer language.
Oh, okay.
And I think I plan that maybe next year around May it will be start to selling. But now I be not. We not enough money for design.
Right.
And we try to clearly about the sentence because English writing is very hard for me.
Right. Yes.
I learn, meaning like I can provide education about English. I spent from 2000 until 2008. But the period from 2000 until 2008 is in practice for me.
Right.
And at that time, if you meet at there is in War Museum, I'm not talking good like this.
Right. Well, you still spoke pretty good English. Yeah.
But at that time, is when you just make a question, one question to me is very hard for me.
Yes.
How can I sing?
Yes. Well, you've done a great job today, and I'm sorry I don't speak more of your language.
Yes.
And we would have had a different conversation. And,
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
For joining me
yes.
today.
Yes.